Is there already a fixed start date or an approximate date for the players in Europe who want to play Hearthstone?
For the beta?
For the beta.
Okay.
For the beta.
Beta is as soon as we can. Right now, as you know, we're in closed beta in the Northern America. It's been going really well. We're very happy with the response, but we want to make sure and release everything in a timely manner that's also going to ensure the best experience for all the players. So soon, beyond that.
Just 1 week into beta, Hearthstone already is one of the most popular games on Twitch. Did you expect this level of popularity?
We're very pleased to see it. I'm not sure how much we expected. There was definitely hope for, and it's exceeded a lot of those expectations. We were very, very pleased to see it going over as well as it has on Twitch. And we've been watching those streams along with everybody else, and it's been super exciting, especially to see some of the well-known casters really getting in there and having as much fun as we've had making it. So.
Since there seems to be a demand to watch Hearthstone on Twitch TV and being played this way, are there any plans for features like integrated Twitch streaming, like esports spectator modes or something like that?
Sure. We think features of that could be really cool. So far we've been really focused on kind of the core game for core gamers. The Hearthstone team is a small team, which is a new thing for Blizzard, and something that's meant is we've really been trying to focus on what's core to the game. So it's been great to see all the Twitch streams and all the people really interested in the kind of high-end competitive nature of the game. And one of the things we want to do is once we get it out to people, really see what people gravitate towards, what people enjoy, and that could be esports or it could be more single-player content. We're really looking forward to seeing what people like.
What is the unused plate for in the main menu?
What is what is the unused slot in the
That's a good question.
Well, it actually, as Hamilton just alluded to, the want to take the game forward and not just release a game and let it go is always a Blizzard preset, right? We like to build games and support those games, and with that comes the planned possibilities for features that haven't yet been thought of. So in this instance, we don't know yet, but there may be the want, through the forums and through a lot of the fan base, the desire for certain types of play or certain interactions with it that we don't even know about yet. But we're looking at a number of different options, and there will be a home for things when they come up. So planning ahead.
Are there any plans to connect Hearthstone and World of Warcraft, or is it just like some promotional stuff going on between the games?
There's a lot of ideas that people have, both internally and externally, and a lot of them sound fun and interesting. But really, at the end of the day, World of Warcraft is its own game, and Hearthstone is its own game. They were very much designed to work and operate that way, and at this point, that's how they work best. They were designed to do that. So we're going to keep to that. That said, looking at the forums, looking at the fan feedback, we take all things into consideration. But
some better players already say that some classes or items are a little bit overpowered. Are you already looking into the balancing and making the balance a little bit more flexible?
Yeah, this is definitely something really important to the game. Something we've actually focused on first is making sure all the spells and creatures and classes all just feel really good. They're really interesting. They evoke the emotions that they're supposed to. And then also making sure they're balanced. And balance is kind of a pretty complicated thing, right? Between different, skill levels and different, collections. Making sure it's kind of evenly balanced across all those things is a hard design task for our designers. But it's definitely something that we keep our eye on.
The World of Warcraft trading card game offers some play options against special raid decks. Is that something that you're looking into for Hearthstone too?
The raid decks are an interesting way to play, and it is one of the things that the TCG makes use of. Right now for Hearthstone, we were interested in focusing on a very small subset. That's why there's 9 classes, right? They're the original 9 class of heroes. There's 2 missing from the new WoW. All of these things look to be interesting expansions. They make for great ideas, but at this point in time, it was what's right for Hearthstone in the here and now, and what makes the most interesting game we can possibly release day one. So that's where we're at currently.
There were hints of a World of Warcraft mount in the beta for players to unlock. Can you tell me how exactly that it's going to work?
We're still figuring out exactly how it should work. We're really excited about getting something kind of really interesting like that into the players' hands, but we're still working out exactly how it's supposed to work.
Can you tell me what kind of content the players can expect after the launch of the game, like new cards, new classes? Any hints?
As we said, we're still working out a number of those things ourselves. Some of the exciting ones that may rather be quite obvious would be, new play spaces. The boards are a very exciting part of the game. They also lend to the physicality, but they're a way to tie to World of Warcraft and also just create for fun, interactive environments. They're fun to make. They're fun for us to come up with the ideas for. So those would be an example of such a thing. Beyond that, there's a number of other options that we'd like to look into, but at this point, there's plenty, and we want to pare it down to the right ones for the game.
There might be a new button that we find a way to use.
That's true. There's a plate that bothers me on the front that I gotta...
What do you consider to be the strongest ability in the game, and how do you try to balance it right so that it's not too overpowered but not too weak either?
These may come to two different answers, and personal ones at that. My favorite ability, or which one was the strongest? So, I mean, the design team has done such an amazing job with the balance and making each class feel powerful in its own right, that for me at least, and a number of the other members of the team, it's come down to what is our favorite because of how it makes us feel about the class we're playing, or its interactivity with the other pieces on the board. For me, it's somewhere between Blizzard is a really strong one, and I love Brawl. Both of those are not because they're overly powerful cards per se, but rather because it, for me, helps complete that fantasy of sitting at a board and playing to a lot of these effects that we could only do in the digital space, and to see them actually play out is really exciting for me. So.
Yeah, I mean, something that we talk a lot about is that everything should feel overpowered. Anyone that you're looking at, you think about and you have the fantasy and, wow, how can anything defeat this? So I think Ben's right. It depends on kind of what type of person you are. For me, it's hard to beat Deathwing, like coming down and smashing everything on the board. That just feels so good. Yeah. But there's a lot of ways around that too.
I got one last question. If you two battle, who wins more often? You.
It's true. It's so true.